Good afternoon, family. It's a beautiful, cold day here in northern Ohio, probably about 30, which is actually considered warm. I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to switch over to front view so you can see where I'm walking. Kind of take a walk in the woods with me. I want to share a dream that I had just about 3 nights ago. So that would have been Saturday night to Sunday morning, I think. Yeah. Today's the 15th. So that would have been the 11th, I guess, into the 12th. All right, I'm going to switch over so you can see where I'm walking. One moment. All right, so we got a little snow on our ground. Not much left. It's supposed to be really rainy and really warm tomorrow and then drop 40 degrees. Typical Ohio crazy weather. If you hear me breathing a lot while I walk, I'm just out of shape. But anyways, I want to give you a real quick dream. It was impactful to me, and let's see if I can walk while I talk. Right? This is the stream. Ooh, on some ice, so you gotta be a little careful. Beautiful. Anyway, so it's not going to be a long dream, but I had a dream that I was indoors, and I think that I noticed that the light was a little strange looking out the window. So I walked outside and I looked up at the sky, and it was like this. It was daylight, but it was a little more cloudy. And I looked above me and I saw what looked like a very distinctive number 6 directly above me in the sky. It was very distinct, and it looked like a cloud, sort of. It was in the shape. Looked like it was made to be a cloud, but it wasn't. It looked man-made, I guess. So it was white like a cloud, but it was a 6. And then I looked all around the sky, and I could see 6s that would show up visibly for just a moment and then disappear all over the sky. And then I realized there was a beam of light that started to come out of the clouds. But I knew this was not from heaven. I knew it was not good. It was the enemy. So I laid flat on the ground, thinking that this light was going to hit me, and it was going to obliterate me, destroy me completely. So I laid on the ground expecting to be destroyed, and I felt the beam touch me on the back, and it felt warm, and it did shoot at me, but it was just this warmth that I felt, as if it could not give me its full power. It couldn't destroy me, but it wanted to turn me over. It flipped me over, and I was several feet off the ground, facing the sky now, with the beam directly on me. I said, I'm not your child, right before it flipped me over. And then it flipped me over, and I yelled. Now this sounds familiar because this happened in another dream. I yelled, I am a child of the Most High God. And when I did, the beam retracted into the sky and dropped me down, and I hit the ground really hard. So hard that I came to, and the sun was in a different position. Sun was in a totally different position, like time had lapsed, maybe an hour or so. I got up and I went inside, and I began to tell my husband what had just happened, and he tried to touch me to console me because I was shaking, and it had the opposite effect. I was overstimulated by having just been touched by this thing, and I didn't want anything to do with someone touching me. So I shrugged him off, and I went to tell an unsaved relative about this experience, and he began to listen to me, and I told him the entire experience. And when I got to the point of where this beam dropped me and I fell to the ground with a thud, my alarm clock went off in real life and woke me up. So I had this dream, and immediately when I woke up, I heard in my spirit Starlink. And I don't know if any of you guys know what Starlink is, but Elon Musk is funding some of this, or all of it, or a good portion of it. And basically, elites have a hand in putting these satellites, installing these satellites up in the sky. They can handle solar flares, extreme solar flares, so they're built to last. And when I saw the 6, I recognized it had two, it's a double meaning. The 6s all over the sky represented the beast system, which Starlink is a part of, I believe. It's going to be a nice satellite system to zoom in on people, and you can spot anybody in the world. And he was telling me that this thing is in place. They may not have all the satellites they want yet, but this thing is in place. And the beast system is, the 6 is represented, of course, the mark of the beast, 666, technology, and it's in place. But it also was in the air. And who is the prince of the air? Who has authority right now on this earth and is known as the prince of the air? Is Satan himself. These were also representative of his angels, his entities, his hordes, whatever you want to call them. And they were in the sky, and the way that they were reappearing and disappearing were letting me know that they were there. They were present, and they're above us and around us too. Even as, God's messengers are all around us as well. But they were letting me know by disappearing, just reappearing long enough for me to see them and then disappearing, that they were indeed there. They were present. And everything was in place. And this was all around me. I definitely felt surrounded. The fact that the cloud looked so distinct and looked fake, it was supposed to look like a cloud and emulate a cloud, but it was clearly not made by the hand of God, led me to believe that this was something that was of demonic technology. It was also manipulating weather. There's a pretty squirrel up there. It was manipulating weather, and it just wasn't from God. It wasn't a technology that we are aware of. And I know a lot of you know a bit about CERN and weather manipulation and fabricating and deception. This beam of light, I just believe, was kind of representative or symbolic of our being attacked. And Satan really wants to wipe us out. He wants to wipe the church off the globe, or he wants us out of the way. He wants to destroy us. He's come to steal, kill, and destroy, but he really wants to see the church gone. And I felt the heat of it, so I believe, he's allowed to attack the church right now, but not for long. And he wasn't able to destroy me, but I think that was indicative of the fact he cannot destroy the church, no matter how badly he wants to. Peter was told by Jesus in Matthew 16:18, he said, "You are Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it." So in the church age, the gates of hell cannot prevail against the church. Once we are out of the way, as it talks about in, I think it was 2 Thessalonians 5, when the restrainer is out of the way and the restraining force of the Holy Spirit living in us is out of the way, then he will be able to, the Antichrist will be revealed, and that 7-year tribulation will get the ball rolling, and then he's free to carry out his plans, and then he will go after the tribulation saints. Revelations, it says that in chapter 12, when the man-child is taken up, talks about Satan as a dragon wroth with the woman, being Israel, goes after Israel and the rest of his, how's the word? Is it descendants? I don't know, but it's referring to, I got that wrong, but the remnant, basically, the rest of the people that become the tribulation saints, and he does go after them, and that he does prevail against them, he does conquer them, but only in the physical sense. Can't take their souls. So anyway, when he turned me over, he was, I believe, intentionally trying to intimidate me so that I would face him. And again, I declared what I did in the last attack I had, physical attack or spiritual attack that I'd had in my bedroom. And that is that I am a child of the Most High God. And once he realized or once my identity was established, vocally in this case, he dropped me and let me fall. Now, you know, the rest of the dream is interesting, but it wasn't what I wanted to get to. You know, I wanted to say that this is what I wanted to get to across in this video, is that in Isaiah 59, I believe it's 19, it says that the Spirit of the, when the enemy rushes in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will raise up a standard against him. Well, the Spirit of the Lord exists within us. So right now, while we hold our spot on this earth, we are that force, the Holy Spirit living within us. We are that standard against the enemy. And as long as the church is here, the enemy knows he cannot go forward with his plans. All right, guys, I just wanted to let you give you that dream. It was, I know this is a short and sweet video, but I want to do something a little different. Felt like you should see the beauty of the backwoods over here and creek. But I hope that you have a wonderful evening. If you have any prayer requests, again, put them in the comment section. This time I'm going to put my email in the description box, because several of you have had very, very interesting dreams in the comment section, or you have questions, and I would, you know, feel free to share them with me. I'm definitely interested. I love you all, and I will talk to you again soon as the Lord leads. Have a wonderful day. I will put the salvation message in my description box as well. Love you guys. Bye.